Yes. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So before I get ready for work, I always have my quiet time. I have my quiet moments. I settle in. I get ready. I get ready for the onslaught of whatever it is that's going to happen. So you see me, I'm getting in, I'm sinking myself in, I'm getting cozy, I'm all comfortable. Um, and so now, darling, it's time for me to get up. So I'll talk to you later. Enjoy the video.
But at night, I get to really just focus on my patients, giving them what they need, make sure that they have everything that they need for the next day, making sure that their medications are properly stocked, and keeping them safe and alive. So, obviously, the disadvantage of nights is that you're up all night, and that is not the natural rhythm of our bodies and our circadian rhythms. We are designed to be asleep at night and awake during the day. So it's very challenging. And I've noticed physically that I am physically looking different than I was even a year ago. Not even a year ago, 6 months ago, when I was working day shift. It has taken its toll on me physically. So I'm working to get out of a night shift. I don't want to say the work is easier at night. It's just less stressful, and you don't have to deal with as much grief at night as you do during the day for obvious reasons. Um, but I do need to go back to day shift because night shift is hard. My GI system, I've noticed a big difference in just my GI system and the um, the lack of um, flow. It's slow. It's not normal. It's not giving, oh yeah, we're gonna work for you today. It's not giving that at all. So anyway, I'm not a person with eyelashes. So I'm gonna put some mascara on. so I need to start my car. These are not the right keys. These are not the right keys. Let's see. I think I have these in here. Start the car. Maybe. Where are my keys? Uh-oh. Maybe they're in my coat pocket. Nope. Oh dear. Oh dear. They've got to be in here. Let's take everything out. Aha! Hey. So, press this button. And, okay, let's see. If the lights come on, it's working. There it is. That's Maria. Um, Maria, not Maria. Maria's the other girl. I have a Marie and a Maria. All right. All right. Come here. So this is the bedroom. And over here, I'm going to be cleaning my G-tube supplies. I have 4 G-tube patients on this side, and I'm gonna clean their Mickey button extenders. I'm gonna be rinsing out their syringes and their syringe cases and refilling their feeds, their formulas, and preparing their meds for the morning. This is a specialized support residential program for people with spinal injuries, brain injury, spinal cord injury, and neurological disorders. There's 3 different buildings, and each building houses 16 patients, and it's a converted farmhouse. And so in a little bit, I'm gonna take you on a walking tour to show you the inside. It's a pretty massive property. But right now I'm gonna go get my patient her medication, and for obvious reasons you cannot come into her room, or any rooms for that matter. But I'll be back. Alright, so right now I'm gonna pull the meds for my other 3 remaining patients and prepare those for the morning and set them up. And then I'm just gonna go walk down the hall, check on everybody, make sure everyone's good, make sure they have everything that they need. Okay, so I'm gonna finish setting up this water bag for my patients. G-tube, they get 900 mLs of water, and I'm gonna drop that off in their room. Check all their connections, make sure that they're flowing, make sure he has enough feed for the next couple of hours, and then I'm gonna go have my dinner that Marie just called me to. All right, so it's 1:23 in the morning, and let's go eat, because Marie made me some food. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna eat it. All right. Oh my goodness. What do we have here? Oh my goodness. Pasta with vegetables and grapes. I love it. Yay. That's wonderful. Listen, I've had some great experiences here. I've only been on this contract for a couple of months, and it's ending early, mainly because we're doing truths, right? We're not beating around the bush. We're telling things how it is. They replaced me. They replaced me with another nurse who was willing to go from night shift to evening shift to day shift. I was not willing to do that. I signed a contract to work nights, and I'm only willing to work nights. There was just one, I was going to say, I thought maybe there was a couple. There was one shift where one of the managers scheduled me to work 3 to 11, and I had to text her and remind her, you accidentally scheduled me to work 3 to 11, and I don't work 3 to 11. I'm not a 3 to 11 person. I'm not a morning day shift person. In this type of setting, I work nights, and my contract says I work nights. So I just wanted to give you a heads up so that when there's no nurse on 3 to 11, you know why. And she says, oh, well, I'm gonna have to see if I can get someone to replace your shift. And she mentioned another nurse. And then I had to bring it back and remind her, you keep saying my shift. It's not my shift. It's 11 to 7 is my shift. 3 to 11 isn't my shift. So you're not replacing me because I'm not a 3 to 11 nurse. And so I had to reiterate that a couple of times for her to allow it to click in her head. Oh, she's not somebody that I can just, I think manipulate is a strong word. A lot of times in nursing, upper management feel like due to staffing issues that they can sort of strong arm you into acquiescing to staffing needs, and I'm not that person. Your 3 to 11 needs have absolutely nothing to do with me. And that's not something I'm willing to bend on, because when you're working nights, your body is so accustomed and attuned to waking up at a certain time, going to sleep at a certain time. It's already very difficult on the body to work nights. So when you then change the schedule, so instead of me going to bed at, I I don't know, after I eat breakfast, go to the gym and wind down. I'm falling asleep closer to noon and waking up at around 6:30, 7 p.m. So instead of having that as my sleep schedule, now I have to adjust it to be here at 3 o'clock, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not as young. I'm still a young woman, but I'm not as young as that 25-year-old that could do that like that. That's not, nor am I willing to try. So they replaced me. They replaced me with a nurse. So this is my last night. I'm gonna go on my vacation, and my recruiter, I have 2 recruiters working on a new assignment for me. That's it. No love lost. I'm gonna miss home cooked meals at work. I'm gonna miss this. But the whole ineffective communication thing and you being willy-nilly with my schedule, and trying to use strong arm tactics to get me to say that I agreed to something that I didn't do. No. And another reason, actually, my recruiter was very perturbed with this. They actually put me on the schedule for my vacation. So my vacation time is in the contract. So prior to even coming here, I said, listen, I paid for this vacation prior to me even signing this contract. Are you okay with giving me these 2 weeks off? Because then I can just extend my contract for 2 weeks so that you don't lose out on it 2 weeks. They agreed, everybody agreed, I signed it. And then all of a sudden, that's a good grade. I see that I'm scheduled to work during my vacation. So I sent them a reminder email saying, hey, just FYI, I noticed that you have me scheduled to work when I am going to be out of the country. As a reminder, again, I will not be here. So I don't want you to be surprised when I'm not here, because I already told you that I have a vacation. So 2 days later, I was notified that they had another nurse and she was taking over my schedule. They didn't notify me. The new nurse notified me. And they didn't even tell me that they were canceling my contract. And I'm good with that for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's time for me to come off nights. Now that I've accomplished the goal of paying off my $16,000 in debt, and I was able to accomplish that mostly by working nights, because nights pays big money on contracts, right? Nights every week I was bringing home $2,200 a week. And that's not with overtime. So when I switch to days, which I will, the pay is going to be significantly less, because you have to pay night people the aggravation fee. There's an aggravation rate. There's a nocturnal rate because it's just physically hard on the body to be up all night, because again, we're not designed to be up at night. So the pay is less. Because I'm going back into the clinic setting, that pay is a lot less. It's not staff pay, but it's still a lot less than what I'm making right now. Wow. Guys, that's better, right? Everybody can see each other. All right. Starting out, well, let's start out here. This is the nurse's station. So you walk in here. Monitors, very big. This is where we get reports. And one of the nurses has a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and that is his cage. Yep. So this is the nurse's station. And this is the C hall. This is the first hall. So this is the med room. Okay. So this is where I come in. This is the computer. This is the med cart. That's the fridge with patient's medications, and that's all the medications. Okay. And this hall are all the patient rooms. And, and I don't know about this room. I've never been here before. Oh, there's the washer and dryer. I'll definitely be out there. Come on, let's go to the washer and dryer. Oh my gosh, were you guys able to hear me? I feel like I dropped the microphone. Okay. Patient room, patient room, patient room. Exit door straight ahead. Patient room, and this is a supply room. So you have a Hoyer lift here, a mechanical lift for patients that can't stand or walk or transfer themselves. And this used to be called a Sarah lift. I don't know what they're called now. This is specifically for patients who can stand and bear a little bit of weight. So we would assist them to a standing position, and we would make sure that their knees connect with this part. We have them hold on to this, and then we raise them up or we sit them back down in the chair. Like I said, they can bear some weight, partial weight, but they can't really stand and really pivot. Maybe this is somebody who was very arthritic, a status post hip or knee replacement, or it's just that they're so arthritic that it's hard for them to on their own, but they are able to hold on and grasp enough for us to assist them. Whereas this is a total assist. They can't do anything. They can't bear weight. They can't hold on. They can't stand. They can't do anything. We got a couple of IV poles here. Individual patient supplies, briefs, gloves, bedpans, and the shot over there. All right, so it is time for me to punch out. Time for me to punch. Now I have the hiccups. Time for me to punch out. I just gave report to the oncoming nurse. And I'm gonna punch out. It's a whole long process to punch out. All right, I'm leaving at 7:30. That's it. That's the end. Bye bye for me.